Well, today we're going to make some low-carb donuts, sour cream donuts. The servings are 6 and the carbs are 3. And let me take my 2-hour blood sugar. I like to start before I eat at 100 or lower. Typically, I only go into the 90s once in a while, so I'm still trying to get down there. To stay where I am, I noticed I can eat 30 carbs or less per day and not need any medication. My A1C's been steady at 5.7 since I started. 10 years ago I was diagnosed at 6.8, but I couldn't handle the metformin, although now they say it's good for you. 111, that's a little high for the 2-hour, but we'll keep working at it. So you need one of these donut, or well, what I use is the Wilton dessert decorator. I'll show you. Dessert decorator plus. This one has the thicker, comes with a thicker tube, or where it has a bigger hole, so it'll be just the right size for the donuts. And once you get your filling, or not your filling, your dough into there, you squeeze it out into the donut pan. I have not tried it on a cookie sheet because I'm scared they're going to spread. So I do use this pan. It has it makes 6 donuts. So here we go with the recipe. 2/3 cup coconut flour. Now if you've worked with coconut flour, you know that it gets very dry. And normally you have to add either some water or whipping cream or egg, your preference, to get it to be about the consistency of pancake batter. So, and then we've got the 1/2 cup erythritol, which you can't find everywhere, but you know where I got it? At the Amish store up north. But I think it's becoming more and more popular because it's a natural product. Or use the stevia, natural stevia. Alright, 1/2 tablespoon baking powder. If you use the salted butter, you don't have to add the salt, but I always use the unsalted butter. So 3/4 cup melted butter, 1/2 cup sour cream, 3 extra large eggs, and 1/2 teaspoon vanilla. And then your ganache or frosting is just, you melt some dark chocolate. Lindt is what I use. Try to get to 85%. And be sure to read the labels, because some that say they're sweetened with stevia, they still are higher carbs than the dark chocolate. And then you mix a couple of those squares of dark chocolate with a small amount of whipping cream, and you stick it in the microwave. I would go 30 seconds at a time, take it out, and then stir it. And if it still needs to melt more, put it back in for another 30 seconds. So let me just write this down. 111. Again, I will put the link to this recipe on the blog. And today I wanted to go over something that I came up with as a list of do's and do nots. Let's see. Okay, it's called Eat This, Not That. If you want to make a copy of this, you can. I'll give the link down in the comments again. Alright, this all says eat, but you know, you can tell that some of this you need to drink it. So unsweetened coconut milk or unsweetened almond milk and not cow's milk, because regular milk has sugar in it, and that's something I learned. But now that I haven't had regular milk for a couple of years, I can taste the sugar, whereas before I never thought it contained sugar. So spaghetti squash, not pasta. You can bake those in the oven and then use your fork when it's done and shred it into pasta. Alright, here we go. Use coconut oil, olive oil, and butter, not vegetable oil, which is high inflammation. So we're trying to get rid of inflammation in our body. One of the causes and one of the after effects of diabetes. We use the mashed cauliflower, not mashed potatoes. And these are really pretty good. You can put garlic in it. Well, cheese. I don't know about the cheese unless you add it yourself. Yeah, don't get the processed cauliflower. Alright, we got almond meal or crushed pork rinds, not breadcrumbs. Use that for coating whatever you want to coat. I use it for coating eggplant, sometimes meat, fish. Alright, here we go with the stevia, not sugar and not honey. But if you believe there is such a thing as artificial honey, which is like an oxymoron, it's called Honey Tree at Walmart. It's artificial honey. It tastes like honey, it's sweet, but that's what I use. Or I use maple syrup. Alright, we got almond or coconut flour, not regular flour. Anything, not whole wheat flour, not oatmeal flour. Just these two, because all other things are grains and we stay away from grains. Alright, we use lettuce wraps, lettuce leaves as wraps, omitting the bread. Or you can use yakima or ikama. That's what I do sometimes as bread. And, well, we also use those portobello mushrooms, you know, like for hamburgers. Alright, here's the ikama or radishes, not hash browns. Actually, these radishes are pretty good. You can add a little bit of seasoning that's low carb. You cut them up and you fry them in some coconut oil or avocado oil. Alright, eating chopped up nuts with unsweetened coconut flakes. You can get the large flakes, which will be more like cereal. And that's in the place of cereal and oatmeal. 1/4 cup of berries if your diabetes is in the controlled level, like under 120. And not any other kind of fruit, especially water and oranges. Wow, they got natural sugar, but it's still sugar. Riced cauliflower instead of rice. Real whipping cream, not Cool Whip. And then for cream cheese, instead of ice cream, there's homemade ice cream recipes that I will post one day. Alright, boiled turnips cut into quarters instead of boiled potatoes. Turnips are not that low in carbs, so watch your portion size. Pork rinds with sour cream, not chips with dip. Or if you find a salsa that's compliant, you could have that too. Spiralized zucchini on one of those mandolins. And then here's a zucchini again, cut into long strips with a mandolin, not lasagna noodles. So I will post that in the link below, and you can just print that out and stick it on your refrigerator. And as a reminder, when you open the fridge, what's compliable and what's not compatible. So I think this will be a help to you. Thanks for watching today. Join our Facebook group, and it's Type 2 Diabetes Support Group. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share if these videos are helpful. See you next time. Bye for now.